the reason that you and I are speaking now is because somewhere along the way I decided to set a business up 15 years ago and decided to write some books 12 years ago. And that's the reason we're talking. But let's just reverse up. Everything happens for a reason, even the shitty stuff. And sometimes it takes, in my case, 25 years when I got shot at. I moved away from Manchester, 200 miles away to a place where nobody knew me. If it wasn't for the worst day of my life, that genuinely was January the 2nd, 1995. If it wasn't for the worst day of my life, I wouldn't have moved away, I wouldn't have started a business, I wouldn't have written the books, we wouldn't be speaking now. But actually, if we just think about this for a second, something so terrible like that brings us here today. Now, something so terrible like that also brought me in a situation where I met my wife. We've got an amazing family, I've got an amazing life now. That was 25 years ago. Let's go back to World War II. My granddad, he wasn't my granddad at the time, but he actually flew over, he was an American, one of the Yanks. And my granddad's black, so he came over. You can imagine how difficult things were back in 1944 in the UK, coming from Virginia. Anyway, he met me with my gran and gave us some bananas and whatever other people give in the World War, and he gave her a good old Yankee Doodle Dandy, got her pregnant, and then pissed her back off to Virginia, leaving my dad over in the UK without a father, and like I say, mixed race back in 1945, difficult times. And but let's just think about this. You and I are speaking as a result of that. Now, if my granddad hadn't come over, if there'd been no World War II, there'd be no Brad Burton, the UK's #1 motivational business speaker. There'd be no 4 Networking, the network that impacted so many people, the books that my family. But whoa! So everything happens for a reason, even the shitty stuff. And this is the thing that I say to people: is sometimes it makes no sense whatsoever until it's in your rearview mirror. So you look at something so, and actually let's be clear, if Adolf Hitler hadn't been born, if my granddad had been on a different flight or a different boat over, if he'd not had sex with my gran that night, wow, mind blowing.